hardened and musical artists, fly girls, brothers wearing spirits and dudes wearing the Antarctic, pharmacists of all kinds and underground computer taskmen, b-boys, gooners, and those two-toned in suits looking the sharpest, breakers, shakers, movers, and grafters, for all the jugglers, the daily winners and losers of this hardship. This is for all those who stay true to the hard kid. You know, all of you who grind and groove amongst the heartless. This is for Mandem and places where news travels the fastest, and those in temples meditating for years until the stars kiss. This is for fishers trying hard not to become a part of the food that sharks get. For single mothers with 2 kids in one-room apartments. For freedom fighters, zapatistas, revolutionary marsmen, and wolves where it's a fine line between a marksman and a markman. For those aliens and natives, those from the Ark and those from the Starship, shamans and carpenters, druids and craftsmen. For the muse in the garden, children building and humans laughing. For all those in the cipher of a zoot doing the puff-puff passing. This is for all those who work hard for the harvest. Those that sow the seed and those who put the fruit in the basket. For femme fatales, cookies, brown sugar-hearted, and insist on sharing wisdom where questions are truthfully answered. This is for all of those of you who've got loot in the floorboards under the carpet. For those with card tricks, long sleeves and card tricks. For those poker faces, long sleeves and card tricks. For all those nighttime bus drivers pushing the pedal, even some of the drunk car sick. For all those who feel the blues and those totally lost to darkness. For those innocent newborns and those now truly departed. Those new and hungry and those newly departed. For philosophers, critical thinkers, some atheists by Jas and by Sanskrit. For those pained souls, crackheads and junkies always getting plastered. For all those living with rats and vultures scrounging the garbage. For those who don't know the truth but are not too scared to ask it. This is also for all those who envision their chance and then grasp it, grip it with 2 clenched fists until their path shifts. This is for all those of my generation who still study what the woman asked it. For those who manipulate cadence in the booth like the craftsmaster, reversing MCs and leaving them in man-made caskets. For all those producers on some advanced shit. So this is one for all and all for one. For all beings on this planet under the sun. For those meditating peace and those living by the gun. Life, understand it, and then follow your drum. Okay. I'll share one more piece. Woo! Thank you. Bless you. I'll share one more piece with you. On the spoken word scene, by the way, if you really like something you hear, you can kick your fingers. So that we like that. It gives us a bit of energy back. And this last piece is called Nada Brahma. And it's essentially about trying to figure out what the ancients tried to tell us with their myths and their religious and spiritual stories that they gave us. And they say, all I want to talk about is the stars, the black holes, the moon, the Milky Way, and Andromeda. Maybe. All right, whatever. You see, Osiris comes from the constellation of Sirius, and I can't believe you don't understand I'm being deadly serious. Maybe that's why I feel like a dead man walking. Remembering the Hawk's King astral image. Memories of ancient times when royalty did not necessarily hide their forked tongues. Babylon's bricks hardened in the flames of hell. And we've been living devilish constructions ever since. After all, Lucifer has a different million names to sell. And he's a cunning businessman. Fitted 3-button suit and a smooth, slick smile. A sparkle in the iris. But hold on, let me figure this out. I exist not because of him, but because of Isis. The sun sets after it rises. Horus's hour when Seth's violence collides with all that is idle. Systematic seduction of all the senses till all are senseless. Systematic seduction of all the senses till all are senseless. So no wonder then, grown men worry about the grass being green on the other side of the white picket fences. No wonder then, young girls with the iPhone 5s are like, mirror, mirror, do I look the prettiest through these lenses? And as this story commences, created out of primordial sludge, be mindful of what you see and hear. Be attentive. Yet never fear the final frontier. So I break walls like the sound barrier. Still, operatic notes haunt the grey phantom lost in his own mind when he is still. Sound surrounds his whole inner being. And I meditate sonic. Because you see, the absolute purity of vibration is creation. Or for those of you less spiritually inclined, let me put it into the terms of jazz. Pharoah Sanders and saxophone elevates my mind. Max Roach's snare cracks my spine while Billy and I get lost in a holy daze. Coltrane's psalms are spelt out from my tongue to grasp each syllable, and through his musical abstraction, my heart equates that there's only four that matter.
A love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme, a love supreme.
That there's only four that matter, no metaphor. Yet what is metaphor and what is really the matter? Essential questions for all of us who have tasted the forbidden fruit. So let's take a moment to get groovy with our thoughts. If, since the Alpha, I am a descendant of Adam, yet atoms are 90% empty space, then what does that really make me? Was the apple red or was it green? And did Eve initially illuminate herself in the evening sky so she could shine like Venus? Did Eve initially illuminate herself in the evening sky so she could shine like Venus? Why is the sun the centerpiece of our zodiac and most of our spiritual heritage from ancient Egypt to modern day Christianity? And did you know that the Elohim originally was plural and the El, the singular, was also represented by Saturn, also known as the Lord of the Rings? Come on, get with it. So though I am taught by Shiva, Pluto energy, I am ruled by Mars. Tectonic Scorpio soldier with the semantics of a scribe. The moon and the wolf are lovers, separated. So each night she reflects her beauty as he howls, forever caught in their cycle like neutrons and protons with no finish line and no start. And so it is with the artist himself. The light and the dark, the mind and the heart, the future and the past. Yet it is in the now that truth reveals itself. To me, at least, like the most beautiful queen in sexy lingerie. And the now of complete connection, when all 7 heavenly chakras are wide open. And you can feel that mystical blow in the air, so potent. So as I leave you know, this right here is for all of those of you. Inhale. Exhale. Still hoping. Catching your breath. Still coping. Because you see, breathing is believing, is conceiving freedom. Breathing is believing, is conceiving freedom. Phoenix Inc., wisdom released in the teachings of Thank you very much.